Hello, everyone. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about whether or not it's worth it for the fans to watch the All-Star games in sports, especially in basketball. Welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit that notification bell. Rob, the NBA All-Star game last year was the biggest joke in history. It's been bad for 10 or 20 years, but last year it was the worst ever. There was absolutely no defense. It was the first time that I watched an All-Star game in basketball and did not finish watching it. I only got through like 14 minutes of the game, and then I just turned it off and never went back to it. What do you think, Rob?
You beat me to it, Mark. I didn't even watch it because I knew that was going to happen. I'm like,
I don't know. My time. Sometimes they get better, and sometimes they've been getting worse.
No, I knew it was going to be a joke. I just knew right away. I didn't even bother watching it. And with All-Star games, and in general, All-Star games, I think maybe have lost their flavor or fever, some of the All-Star games. But I've actually been to an All-Star baseball game. It was played here in D.C. I lucked out and had a friend that worked for CBS Sports, and he gave me some great seats. And it turned out the game was really good. I mean, we got close, right. And then we got to at the end of the game. It was like if the guy gets his hit, they win. Or they were hitting home runs to tie the game up, and it was actually really exciting. I was surprised. I was like, well, especially with baseball, but it was I really enjoyed that All-Star game. I still have the ticket.
Well, Rob, the players make so much money nowadays that baseball is different because you don't really risk an injury very much. The chance of an injury is pretty slim in an All-Star game, so they can try their hardest.
Well, unless you're Pete Rose smashing into a catcher.
Right, I know. I said chances are less, but I understand that. But in football, the chances are great, and that's why the football game became a joke. And now they went to flag football because the players didn't want to tackle each other. So that became kind of a joke too. Hockey, I don't follow hockey that closely, but I guess they don't do as much checking and clutching and grabbing and holding and fighting in an All-Star game. So
yeah, I mean. And it seems like All-Star games are becoming passé. But the one coming up, how about the one coming up with the WNBA All-Star? Will you watch that?
Rob, I'm dying for that game because I want to see how Caitlin Clark plays and whether or not they can upset the Olympic team. If she has a huge game and they win, they're going to look really bad. Although, I mean, obviously they look bad now, but they're going to look even worse than they do now.
Right.
Because they're saying, well, why is she on this team instead of not the other one? They're going to say.
I agree with you, Mark. I don't watch WNBA All-Star games, but this one I'm going to watch for the same reason. I want to see her, even if she doesn't drop 30 or 20 points, she's going to have at least 16 assists. And,
right. Well, if they give her a playing time,
Yeah.
But I've never watched a WNBA All-Star game, so I'm looking forward to this right now. And I think that she will get a lot of assists, though, because she's playing with better players, and maybe they'll be less likely to miss the little bunnies underneath the basket or just the shots in general. And they're more likely to catch the ball.
Right, exactly.
Especially the freaking ball.
That's what I'm saying. At least these guys don't catch the ball.
Although Mitchell's on her team.
No, they got two. She's got two other players. Oh, no.
No, Boston catches the ball. That's not Boston. It's Mitchell. Mitchell's on her team, so that's a problem.
No.
But she has 10 other teammates, so.
No, it's like, I just realized that, yeah.
I saw a comment in one of our videos, I forget which one, just yesterday, and the guy said she didn't belong on the All-Star team. So I said to myself, okay, well, that would mean she's not one of the top 24 players in the league. And I go, okay, that's ridiculous. How could she not be one of the top 24 players in the league? Too many turnovers, of course, is the only thing they know how to say. So anyways, I thought that was silly, but yeah. I don't think you know anything. Either you're a hater, you know nothing about basketball. There's only two options there if you don't think she's one of the top 24. I can see how you make the argument for not 12, but not top 24. It's just silly. You haven't been watching then. You don't know anything about it.
Mark, I think this is going to be a good All-Star game because the Olympic team is going to be trying hard too. They're not going to just go out there and just because the rookies in the All-Star team want to beat them. Of course. So you're like, the Olympic team's going to be like, oh, no, we're not going to let you beat us. So it's going to be I think it's going to be pretty competitive.
I think it's going to be very competitive. And I think for two reasons. One is they lost last year, 93-85. And two, they don't want Caitlin Clark to show them up.
Right. Exactly.
So, 3 just because they're supposed to be the better team. So, but that's always there. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, I'm looking forward to the All-Star game, and I will watch it. In fact, we'll do it live here. We'll watch it live because that'll be like an Indiana Fever game since Caitlin Clark's playing. All right. So that's our take. Let us know what you think of any sports All-Star games and whether you think they're worth watching anymore, and except for this one, and tell us what you think. All right. Hey, that's our take for today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell. If you like the video, hit the like button and feel free to make intelligent, non-insulting comments. And guess what? Our live show is going to be 2 hours now, Rob, Eastern time, 6 to 8 on Mondays, except major holidays, except the 2 weeks during the Olympics, because we're going to be doing live 2 to 5 every day from July 27th to August 10th for 14 straight days, because that's when prime time is in Paris, and that's when all the marquee events are. So look forward. Please join us for that, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Peace out.